Grammy U. Y'all not loud enough. Hi, Grammy U. Okay, great. So welcome to the Grammy U Unwrapped with Offset conversation about Set It Off, the album. It's been quite a journey for all of us, so we're gonna give you different perspectives from my view as like creative director, Southside producer, and all around, you know, critic and like friend, JRich, engineer and producer, behind the scenes, and of course from Offset's perspective.
You dig.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask some questions throughout the conversation directly from the Grammy U members. So listen if you hear your question while we go along. So should we take a look first?
Let's do it. Come on, put it up there.
Let's go to the first song. Let's take. Okay, so my story about On the River, we were in the studio, it was like 4 a.m. I went to the store to just get something to drink. I literally walked up the street. I came back and Sept was in the booth doing this song, and I was like, what the heck? And Southside was there, so Southside said, tell us, how did this song come about?
Off real, I'm gonna say, so I had him pull up because I be having him, like he not biased, he not a biased producer, so like what I mean by that, like if he don't make it, then he still gonna judge it, you know what I mean? So I played on my album, then when I played him the album, he like, everything hard, but you ain't got no intro. And then as an artist, I'm like, I kind of felt, well, I've been working on this for 2 years. He like, you ain't got no intro that's like introing what you doing on this album. Yeah. And then, yeah.
And he's real, like, you can't really argue with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he know what he wants. So when I played the first beat, he was like, nah, we pulling this one up. I'm like, all right, go ahead, do your thing, bro. When he rapped through it so fast, that was like 20 minutes or something like that.
He really was holding the beat out, though. He came in the studio like, I made these beats for Ye, man.
I'm gonna keep it real. That's the truth. I really had made the beat for Kanye. He like, what? He's a real friend.
He's talking about I ain't gonna like the beats.
No, for sure.
You ain't gonna like the beats, man. These for Ye. Man, I play them beat, boy.
Yeah, I played him. I can't do him like that.
He
don't take no for an answer, everybody. That's just how he is. He don't
exactly.
at all.
Can you guys elaborate a little bit more on this friendship? Because Southside comes in and he's brutally honest and you don't take it personal. So I would like everyone to know about that.
He brutally honest too, and I don't take it personal. It's the same. That's our friendship though. Like, we real friends. Like, I could pull up to the studio or pull up on him and not do no music. He's still gonna be my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's how we is. Like, we always been like, that's my boy.
And then as like an artist, you gotta have somebody in your corner to tell you no. You know what I mean? Or it might put you in a different lane, or like do something that might be a little uncomfortable for you. You know what I mean? Because you gonna hear something. As an artist, I know I be hearing the wrong thing. My favorite song on every album I put out is don't nobody be on into it like that. It don't be like no big song. You know what I mean? It be the songs, okay then. I said keeping somebody like that around to help construct the creativity of, and I know he know it, he talking about the same way I do. Like he gonna dissect the beat or dissect the lyrics or what I'm saying on the song the same way, so yeah.
And speaking of being honest, you really trust JRich. A lot of people don't know JRich is a traveling engineer. He's with Offset every day. And they make some of your best songs in the craziest places. So, JRich, tell us a little bit more about that.
Pretty much how it works is we have a traveling setup. You got your, we either go with an Apollo Twin, Apollo Aero. We got our ATT headphones, Audio Technica headphones. I got this certain mic stand that I really
like. The JRich
like.
shit, basically.
Yeah, you know.
The JRich pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
One thing I like about him is everybody's hype about the Sony C800. He's really keen to like the normal mic. So like we use the U87. It's still like a $4,000 mic, $5,000 mic, but it's a sound that he loves. So I make sure I get that mic, and you'd be surprised. Like he last night we recorded till like 5 a.m. Yeah. And he has a studio setup, but he wanted to record in his living room, so I just put it up together real quick. We knocked out a couple records, and that's it. Always have to be ready to go. Like he woke me up at like 3 a.m. to work this morning.
Yeah, get your ass up. Get your ass up 3 a.m. to record.
Yeah, see, I want y'all to tell that because it will be any time of the day.
See, I salute the engineer because the engineer got the hardest job to me. Because depending on me, like, I might sleep for an hour or I might don't sleep. And then he might been sleeping for like 30 minutes. And I'd be like, hey, let's get up, let's record. Or we might be doing something the whole day. But he very key. I keep the same engineer because he understand my sound. He know the plugins. You know, if I say if I'm singing on the song with the tune and I don't hit the note good, everybody ain't gonna really catch that. But he gonna catch it and be like, hey, bro, you gotta re-say that. Even if I don't want to, but it's just like he my trust system, you know what I mean?
So how does it start for you and JRich? Does he come with like beats that producers may have sent him? Like, how does it go? Or does Southside tell you what's going, like, explain that process to us?
This man right here, he gonna call you as much as he wants, talk shit, everything, till you send the beats. And if I send him beats, I might send him beats from like my other producers he know. Like, I could name him, he'll be like, you ain't make these beats. Like, he'll tell me
Yeah,
that so
so
quick.
you can't get nothing past him?
No,
Okay.
nothing at all, nothing.
So we do have a question from a Grammy U member, Sinclair Dupree. Offset, when working with collaborators, how do you translate your vision into something everyone in the room can understand and get behind? How do you make sure everyone creatively on your team is on the same page as you?
How do I make sure everybody on the team creative? I gotta present the story. Like, as the artist, I gotta paint the picture that I'm trying to tell to the team. And like, when I collab with artists, depending on if it's their song or my song, like if I get on the artist song, a lot of times I follow they flow and they cadence, just because I don't want to switch up the whole vibe of the song. And then when I work with people, I just feel like it ain't no structure to it. It's like we just create, we get in the lab, and I'm very outspoken on my ideas of what I feel like something should do. And so if I collab with somebody, I want them to be the same way. Like, tell me if you might don't like this, or this could be up a little higher, or I could say it a little stronger. And that's just the best way I feel like collaborating is just bouncing off each other.
So Sept and Southside, you both frequently work together a lot. When you work together, how do songs come about? We know that he's tracking you down for beats, period. But what's the process? Like, are you really involved in the studio?
He gonna call me. I send the beats. That's what he gonna do every time. Even when we did, he called me, bruh, send something right now, and I sent it. And he made cloud. That shit went crazy, like, you know. So I could be anywhere, and he don't give a damn. If I got my phone, he like, you got beats.
He gonna tell me stop singing on songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, bro, stop singing on the song, bro. Just rap, bro. Everybody trying to hear you sing, bro. I'm like, sometimes, you know what I mean? I got little vocals on it.
Sometimes
do that.
cool.
Don't do that.
So was On the River always going to be the intro when you first heard it to you, Sept?
I feel like just hearing the singing on it, I feel like it had a little pain and a little seriousness to it, you know what I mean? Where I could I didn't want the first song to be like some turn or like fun, because I felt like with this album, I felt like I had something to prove, you know what I mean, by myself being solo and like breaking through with it. So when he first played that beat, it just touched me, and it was like certain things I said in the song that I just like my true heart.
So let's get into Say My Grace. And this video, wait, we were in Thailand?
We was in Thailand, and luckily my boy Travis was there the same day, cause South, you know, my boy, you gotta catch Travis. He on the move, and we just really made a video off of the scenery. You know what I mean? It was like no high budget. I just brought a cameraman. Shout out to Maya.
Maya.
Yeah, and she from the town. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And she a sister, man. I mean, it's like my black sister. She come through. Yeah, make some noise for that. If you don't see,
A little emphasis on no time was given.
oh yeah.
He said, Maya, we're in Thailand, I need you here now. And she came, she put together a treatment, and it just came together. It was a run and gun, but it looks very well.
When I was making this song, you know what I mean, I was going through a lot. You know, we had lost Takeoff, and you know what I mean, you know, sometimes things be happening and you ain't supposed to question God, but you still do sometimes. And like, it was just me talking about my grandmother. I lost my grandmother to cancer, and it was just like how I still turn out good with all these losses I'm taking. You know what I mean? So this song means a lot, and for it to be like one of my biggest songs out the album, it was even fire, because I know when I made this, it was a little rough making this. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So we have a question from a Grammy U Tennessee State student, Caitlin. What were the first visuals you conceptualized during the creation of this song, and how did it translate into the music video?
I just visualize it as like aggressive, like a lot of movement. I didn't really like have it like set in a mood space of like a certain room, cause I never would have thought I would have shot it in Thailand. But I just know it was just an aggressive song for me, so that I wanted the creative to be like fast moving camera scenes and like me like talking, maybe my mouth moving a little slower than the background, everything moving fast. And Maya, she killed that.
Fire. JRich, was this process of making this song different from other songs?
Yes. The reason why this process was different is I think I went out of town because it was my birthday or something. And every time I go out of town, no matter what it is, I come back and he records like 8 songs that I missed out on. And for this one, I had to record Travis Scott. And that was just a different experience because I'm used to recording with Offset. So we cut his verse, and then he listened to it for like a week, and then we had to go back to
Nah, hell nah. He listened to it all the way to about the album, and then Trav called me laughing like, bro.
And Trav recorded himself now, so you ill to record. You know what I'm saying? Did you record him? Real ill for that.
Man, wait till the last. I think I had probably like 8 days for the album to come out. Like, bro, hell nah, my verse I don't like my verse. It don't sound right.
That's very Travis.
I told his ass, pull up. All that. Oh, you gonna be mad at me? I'm gonna put this motherfucker out.
I got a whole nother story. I ain't gonna tell it though.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that set? Like, what are being against deadlines like for you when you have to turn in your music?
Turning music the hardest thing ever, man, just as the artist, because it's like, you play it, you be like, say for instance, I make a song today, and I'm putting the album out in 3 months. By the time 2-3 weeks go by, the song burnt to me. Like, nah, it ain't really that trim, it ain't too hard, like, this ain't the one, twin. But then, it's just hard turning it in, because you just keep creating. We ain't never been, like how we record, like how we work, it ain't never been like I record a number of songs a month or something like that. I might go 20 songs for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks I might make 15, and it be so much stuff piled up, you really don't know how to pick. That's why you gotta have good people like you, JRich, and South, that can help me, like guide me through it too, because I don't know everything. I'm making it, so I can't know it.
True. That was a good answer. So we are going to discuss Worth It next. So this is one of the biggest songs on your album. How? Like, because this came last minute.
See, that's what happened when you get in that different bag, you know what I mean? Like, you just get in that different bag. It's not like, I remember, like, it don't be so comfortable, because you used to give people what they want to hear all the time. It might be turnt or like some trap, or like, this one was to the ladies. And how I actually got the record, my homie Spade, shout out to Spade, I actually took the record. See, he played it. I guess Don had cut it for his homeboy was the producer that made it. Don cut it, it's probably, I think, like 8 months prior to me hearing it. So the song slick like 2 years old. So when he played a song, he just playing stuff he got. I'm like, man, what this is? Because off rip, like the beat, the production on it just caught my soul. It's like, it's familiar, it's the Busta Rhymes sample, but it's also like a vibe. Like, and I knew it was something different that I don't usually do. And so I did the song, and I sent it to Don first. Did it, and he like, bro, hell no, I don't like this shit whack. Like my part, like my shit, like how I'm singing, like how I'm singing.
Know that.
I swear.
That's crazy.
He said it on his interview too, like, how my vocals sound, bro, hell nah, it don't sound right, I don't like it.
He redid it.
He redid it, right? He redo it, I'm like, boy, hell no, this ain't it. No, sir. I'm like, this one ain't it, bro, hell. And he like, man, and then I just kept telling him, and he was like, he would give me a little hard time for a minute, and then it was time to clear, and I called him like, man, you know we got to do this. He's like, I'm going to do it, bro, but I'm telling you, bro, you should have went with my version. I think it came out, and in like 2 weeks, he had like a tour in Europe, and he sent me the video of him performing. He like, we got one. And the next thing you know, he called me like, "Well, you were right. Well, I'm glad I put this shit out." So, yeah, that was dope because it was like, it's the same thing that happened to me on Ric Flair. I hated the song, and I put it out, and it went to the moon. And I'm like, damn.
I was gonna mention that. So you say in your interviews a lot, Don hated the song. Then you told him yes, but you hated Ric Flair drip.
Yeah.
Metro told you yes, and he put it out.
That's why I was saying earlier, like, artists, we be wrong. We be wrong as hell because I think we just creating so much that I think we just get into, like, perfection when we really messing it up. But yeah, how this song came about was just crazy, just like fell in my lap.
So we have a fun clip to play because you liked the song as is, and then Southside came to the studio and has.
I get so fidgety when I'm listening to music. I be rubbing my ears all kind of like, nah, you gotta switch this. My mind be running so fast.
So the conversation was that verses should be switched, and Southside came in and gave that pointer. In
Put the sledgehammer down. No, I don't like that verse. That one gotta go first. But you see, I don't say nothing. I'm just listen to him, okay? You be right.
Nah, for sure.
Southside, we have a question from a Grammy U member, Frederick. He is an aspiring producer and audio engineer.
Is Frederick out here?
I don't know if he's here.
Where you at?
Hey.
Frederick, what's up, player? What's happening?
Stand up, let me see. I don't see you.
Oh, Fred.
So
Yeah.
Frederick wants to know, was there anything on the engineering side you were most excited to do or try with this song with regards to vocals and just overall sound and project? This is for both.
Oh,
I mean, that's more like JRich, like far as the engineering shit. But I just know like with him, he records so much. That's how all artists are. They record so much that they don't even, like they caught up in just making the music. Like that's not their job to put it together and do certain things. So I'm gonna tell him whatever I think in my mind. If he listen, if he want to, he can. If he don't want to, then but I'm still gonna tell you. Like you know what I'm saying, what I think. And I'm usually right most of the time, like 99% of the time.
So did y'all switch it after Southside said that? Did y'all switch the song after
Yeah.
Southside made the recommendation?
Oh yeah, we switched the so the first verse it was the second verse.
Yep.
And the second verse was the first, so we switched it for the actual song. And then as my producers, sometimes like artists, you gotta let the producer do his job. The job is for them to put the record together. Like the definition of producer is for them to dissect the record and put the record together, even like the pattern. Like you can record a song a certain way, and then like on cloud, I didn't have it repeating. They do anything for cloud, doing it at the end. He like, hell no, you rapping too much. Just say that. That's catchy, cool. Everybody gonna say their part right here. Just say that, and then I'll fight with them for a minute. And then what I do is I do it, and then I kind of drift away from the room and kind of read the room when it's played and see if the head bobbing or if it's like a standstill moment. That's how I be knowing if the record fire or not.
Simplicity.
speaking
Simplicity
of that-
always wins. Simplicity.
JRich, Southside, how important is it for you to be honest with Sept at all times? Like, is there any time where you just felt like,
JRich a little modest sometimes. Like JRich get in the mode and he'll just be like, it's it. Like, you know? Cause this like, he is Offset to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I gotta overly be honest. Like he is Offset. It's the same.
yeah, because JRich don't play songs that he don't want to hear when we trying to do playbacks.
Yeah, and he just like, you know, he just real.
He
like,
biased. He can be biased.
He can be biased.
He gon'
you know what I'm saying?
He gonna rock with his boy.
We're ganging up on you, JRich.
It's fine. It's always a good, exciting process with the collaborative process with Southside, especially even he got another creative mind that he lends over to us and Offset all the time with Max Lord, his engineer. So it's always pretty dope when we come together.
Okay, so let's talk about one of my favorite songs, Don't You Lie, and we'll bring it up on the screen.
Don't you lie, yeah.
So I think we have Diamond here. Can we tell how this...
I called my sister. My sister's been working on her film thing. She getting into that bag. I say, "So man, look, man, I'm finna shoot this video at the house. This your one chance. Come pull up on me." This the same day. It's probably like 11 o'clock in the day. By 2 o'clock, she had a crew at the house with lights and cameras. She's like, "I told you, bro, I could do it." And so we shot it at the crib because that's for my artists out there, you know what I mean? So everything ain't gotta be big budgets, you know what I mean? You can, the way you get a good camera or get somebody that can edit good, and it could be money. I think this video cost me $3,000, $2,000.
And this is one of the most viewed videos that you have.
Yeah. So
Shout
what
out
I
to
learned,
sis.
I learned something from this. So what I learned from this video, like the stats, like like a lot of my videos, I be spending a lot of money into, cause I'm just very creative and I be wanting to make my songs have like a mini movie to it sometimes. But like times changing a little bit where it's kind of like the lifestyle or like something that seems more real, so not so far-fetched, it's catching the eye of a normal person that wanna watch videos and stuff like that. So I learned with this one, like, this is my cheapest video, and it got more views than the most expensive video that I spent money on. So it was like a lesson learned for me as an artist. And then this song, you know, my boy Southside produced this. Y'all make some noise for that.
Yeah.
Southside, we have a question from a Grammy U member from Morris College, Derry. Were there any unexpected, spontaneous moments with Offset that inspired the themes and the energy of this song? Like, what made you think of Set when you made this beat?
When I make beats, I don't really think of a person. I just pull up on him with just whatever I just did. I just freestyle, but he made it at the house also. He made the song at the house too. So like, it was just one of them things. Like I really was just over there chilling, just vibing and shit, and he just going through the beats, just recording. Pulled it up, he did the first part of that shit, and I'm like, that shit hard. To finish it, he ran right through it. Yeah.
You know, we got that chemistry, we get in that loud, man, you know what I mean?
So, because y'all been working together for so long, have you learned anything new, or y'all got y'all vibe? And
We got the same vibe. That's why I keep pushing up on my boy. You know what I mean? He's honest. He gonna tell you, hey, this ain't it, or this it, plain and simple. This the one, or this ain't it. And that's what I need. I need straightforward, this ain't it, or this it. And also, like, every time I do an album, I gotta call him, even if he did 3 songs on it, 2 songs on it, 1 song on it. And I rock with that, because a lot of producers, they close their ear to what they don't make. You know what I mean? So they really don't care about it too much, or they won't give it. They might be like, man, this shit hard, bro. This hard. This the one. And then they kind of like stay focused on what they made. With bro, he just want me to win. So he feel like he always tell me, you put out bullshit, I put out bullshit, and it's the same way. Like, and so we just feed off each other. And then this one of the first people I really locked in with in the music industry over 10 years ago, like 2014. You know what I'm saying? And we both ain't have all the money yet. You know what I mean? We riding regular charges. We ain't having this jewelry and stuff like that. We rocking like little gold skinny chains and little rings, and to see what we came from.
Yeah.
It's big, and God is good, you know what I mean? And
That was another good answer. Good job.
I got good answers. I'm having those.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite songs because there's a lot of like creative drops on the tracks, and I like love listening to this song. Okay, so the last song that we're gonna talk about is Fan.
Fan.
Let's watch the video though, because this video is crazy.
I put my all in the video. When you out there right here, man, this was 26 hours. I shot this 26 hours. I had to pay everybody overtime.
Yeah, let's talk about the overtime.
They rocking with it. Okay, then.
You say you like this song.
That was one of my favorites. That's I didn't have nothing to say about at all. Like from start to finish, it was it. I love that song. Yeah.
Okay, so this video, this is also my baby. This is my favorite video that we ever worked on, and we were definitely outside all night, all day and night. Mama Set was there for us, guiding us through it, but we was out late. 26 hours on the Paramount Studios lot, like in the New York lot. Tell us, how did you feel about it?
I feel great because, you know, I put my own money up. I invested in myself. I feel like, well, I don't want to say that. I feel like sometimes, appreciate it. Everybody was telling me, like, you trying to go too crazy, you trying to go too hard, trying to go too crazy. And just sometimes when you got that vision, you just got to just trust in yourself and just gamble with yourself, like bet on yourself. And so I did that, like, to the crew, shout out to the crew who did it. It was 26 hours to the point where they was like yawning. I'm like begging them like, please stay. They like, they trying to save me money. Like, it's gonna cost so much money. I'm like, we gotta get it finished. I was
So
blessed.
you had the best cameras on this
Yeah.
set, all paid for by yourself, by the way. You had choreo.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that this choreo part was very special because Michael Jackson and his family's estate and everyone supported you directly, and you had on original Michael Jackson clothes.
That was a great feeling to have that blessing because that's my favorite artist the whole time. I kind of themed my album around him because it was like, you know, he come from a group, he went solo, they was also his family, you know what I mean? And like, so that's my favorite artist also. And so they gave me clothing, like the jacket you seen for the scene, that's his actual jacket. They pulled up with like 2-3 security guards. They like, this.
I almost cried, y'all, because I love Michael Jackson. And as a stylist, I get to say I pulled Michael Jackson's clothes, and nobody else can say that.
Cool. And like my feeling on the video, on the song was just like, I had just got to that point where I was like, I got selfish, like it's about me. Like this moment right here, this album, this about me. I don't care what nobody else say or anybody feel. This album is about me, and it's like, you like it, you don't, but we gonna keep pushing. And I feel like a lot of people feel like F everybody sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I was saying earlier, I was going through a lot making this album. The first time I did the album, you know, I had did it before Take passed, and when he passed, it kind of like, I scratched everything, and I just wanted to start over. And it was hard pushing through that because I was going through like just certain problems with like business, you know what I mean, being held back a little bit. And I kept pushing through it, and this was one of those songs where I was like, when I made this song, it was like the new chapter of me. Cause like, I don't care what nobody think. I ain't doing this for nobody but me.
I want to go ahead and chime in. I know you've been moderating SheShe, but I want to go ahead and talk about this process and something that Offset is big at doing. He demands a lot from his team, and he pushes us for greatness. If it's something that, you know, I might be trying to get in another industry or doing something else, or it might be something else I need to get better at, and instead of giving up on me, he'll push me to be better. And I think that's a really, really good thing to say about him. Yeah, go ahead, give it up to him. CEO of NVIDIA has the same process when it comes to his employees, that they push them to greatness, you know? Sometimes it's almost like I'm getting cussed out, but he's pushing me.
For sure.
You know, but
For sure.
what I wanted to talk about since SheShe is moderating, coming from someone that you brought under your wing as a stylist to doing everything she's doing with creative directing, and I saw y'all go crazy on these videos. Like, how is that process, having to deal with these big budget videos and listening to everybody else's direction and just taking everything on your shoulders and your team?
So y'all, this woman right here, she's special. We connected through shopping before she became like my creative director and like all these different positions she's filled. And she was just somebody that, you know what I mean, she get it, she get aesthetic, she get looks, she understands like how to get the vision across. She was somebody that could show me things. Like I know a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? It ain't too many people that can show me some stuff I don't know in fashion, you know what I mean? Or put me in a different bag that I'm like, I did this before. And she does that. Also, she's a sister, you know what I mean? I work with a lot of women on my team. You know, the women gonna keep you structured on your team. Like, they very neat, they're very organized, and anything I've asked her to do, she's been able to take the task to the point where I was like, you my creative director, and I want you to manage. Like, I'm gonna put you in these positions because I feel like you gotta build your team. You build your team for greatness, you have to be great. Like, you can't just make people, you can't just like keep people in the box, because I hate when people put me in a box, or you can only make this type of song, or you can only make a song talking about selling drugs or shooting. And like, I don't know if y'all noticed, I kind of got away from like, I just show you I can get another bag, like worth it, I'm gonna show you I can get into another bag, you know what I mean? I'm a creative, don't ever put me in the box. So I just believe in pushing my team and keeping my team solid. I like working with the same people. And if it's something that don't work out, like we could build on it or try to work it out to keep it pushing, because I hate starting over. You know what I mean? Because I'm comfortable for who I got. My team's small, but it's strong.
Amen. So I met Sept almost about 4 years ago, and I was his personal shopper, and I think my life just moved super fast because now I'm his manager, his creative director, his fashion director, and his personal shopper.
Do it all. Get it done, too.
So fan for us was like really challenging because we asked for a lot from the whole team. We asked for a lot. We asked for a lot from the label, from accounting, from everybody, and they thought we were crazy. And we had to do it. That dance scene, my boy was sleepy. I had to wake him up. It was 5 a.m., and he learned the choreography right then and there, and he did that scene right there. That was the last scene we did.
I'm having moves now.
Having the moves, that's why I
And the
laugh.
Frank, yeah.
Having moves, mama, for real.
Yeah, so we, from the fashion to creative direction, making our own video treatments and choosing the cameras, choosing our own crew, DP, AC, we do all of that. And this is through his newly founded production company. So, yeah. So basically, our team, we push each other to, become the best versions of ourselves. JRich is not just an engineer; he's more involved. He's a producer. He's an engineer. He's everything. He also brings
Stage
good
production.
Stage production. He brings good opportunities to the table. So does Southside. So I don't think we all have like one title, but
You ain't gonna never have one title.
yeah, we
See,
do.
because I don't
everything.
want you to be able to do one thing. You gotta do multiples so we can get the task done. We don't need all them extra folk. We keep it in-house.
Just got nominated director, right? You just got
Nominated director, video director of the year.
Director of the year, you know what I mean? God is good. Win or lose, just know what I'm putting in the work.
How important was it to take something that was supposed to be like negative that Kai Cenat went through and put that into your video?
It was just real life. I feel like the negativity that he got for that was capped because there was a lot of people out there just celebrating him when it happened. And that's my boy, man. He funny as hell, man. And he understands like putting content together. I wanted somebody that's gonna go all the way with me. You know what I mean? Like you see how he was acting and like just fully get into that bag of acting and making my music videos more like a little movie. And he was all for it. And so we linked up and shout out to Phantom, the whole AMP team, man. Them boys. I still think we got the best stream ever that happened ever.
Yeah.
We talk about it another time.
Stream
but
is
yeah.
hilarious. Yes, so speaking of just being on set in general, were you ever about to give up in those 26 hours of filming this video? Because like Michael Jackson, you made a full movie.
Hell, I wasn't giving up. I was just praying everybody else ain't give up. 26 hours, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And label kept calling like, hey, these people gotta go home. And then when I do things, I think people go hard for me for like the people in the background, like the producers even just for this event, like the people who's making this mic live. I make sure I talk to them and say, hey, and thank them. Because it be those people that's like the key people that they never get spoke to, but they be the people that happen.
So Joseph Hampton, a Grammy U member, has a question for you about Fan. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but did the inspiration for Fan come from personal experiences? And if so, do you have the same connection with the music emotionally when you heard it today?
Hell yeah, it's still Nah, but yeah, it came from personal things. Like I was saying, I was going through hard times where I was like at a standstill, and I was caring too much about what people thought, so I wasn't releasing music. You know what I mean? And once I shook that, it's just like I feel like at some point, like I said earlier, you're gonna always have that mood where it's like it's just about me. It ain't about nobody else. And then like creating this album, it kind of put that like that narrative on the album, like it's my time, it's up, let's do it.
What advice do you have for creatives that want to, create their own music videos or content or anything like that?
If you're a creative, right, I feel like you just got to be creative. When I say that, it's like money don't determine how far you go. You know what I mean? Like all of us that is standing up here started with zero, nothing, no money. Like, and maybe people around us was telling us like this might not be the direction you should go. But like if you really believe it in your heart and you know you're a person, you just got to create. And the biggest part about creating too also is like finding other people, because somebody else might have a gem that you missing to make your puzzle be full. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was missing before I had got my only team just for me. It was like people, I can't do everything by myself. You can to a certain extent, but then it's like get to a point where it's like, damn, you need somebody that could put you on something new or might put you on a wave. Like, say for instance, if you was designing clothes, you might be designing clothes that was cool 2 years ago and bumping into somebody that give you inspiration to get with what the flow is now because you're so stuck in the box of what you want to do. And then never give up, like, because it be like, it take time to be great. So wouldn't you think it take time to get the way you want to be?
Yeah.
Southside, same question. Do you have any advice for people who want to create or maybe be in a position that you're in?
I mean, I just feel like you should never stop. Like I don't really I don't feel like I feel like you should never stop. Like critics, I really don't like. If it's not really my friend or somebody who genuinely love me, I don't really listen to them if they're a critic. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, some people you might be way better than the person, and they'll tell you you're not as good just because you're better than them. You know what I'm saying? So just never stop, no matter what it is. Like, I don't care if it's your parents, your brother, sister, if they tell you to stop, don't stop. My mama told me to stop making beats, and 1,010,000 times it went from telling me to stop to she got a check that came for like $1 million. And she's like, you need to keep making them beats. Don't stop making them beats. Like, you know? So just never ever stop. I don't care if it's your dream, go for it. Like, you know, dream big.
And let's talk about, both of you have like a huge village around you. Both of y'all are friends, but y'all aren't the only people around telling you the truth. Sept has friends who act as the A&Rs and the other creatives, like you get inspiration from different people. Tell us a little bit about.
Shout out to D and JRich and A-Rod there in the back. These my real friends
Yeah.
from 17 years. You know what I mean? They, how I use them is, I might, we grown, so they don't just always be with me. They might be missing for a little time, but they listen to other people's music. And they listen to other people that still be doing their thing. Or they might put me on a new artist that I don't know that's going crazy. And be like, hey, you need to check him out. So I trust him. Like we were saying, like he just said, like family and people that you trust that's on the same vision as you. Like they want you to be doing this and they believe you should be doing this. Those are the people I listen to and I keep them. Cause they gonna keep it solid too. Like the day ones, they gonna tell you like, hey boy, this sounded like my first album. They like, boy, this sound like your old shit. Like it don't sound like, it don't got no new twist to it. Slow down, you rapping too fast. You used to always rap fast. Like certain shit like that ain't nobody finna tell me, cause they not really caring that much. They don't care you know what I mean? They not caring about the craft. So I just keep the solid people around that care and want better for me. And that's not also just like locked into my world where they not seeing no other creators or seeing nobody else do or listening to nobody else. Cause me, I could just listen to myself forever. Right now, I could drive 5 hours and listen to me. You know what I mean? But it don't really help
Nah,
me.
for sure.
It don't really help if
It don't help at all,
if I ain't
yeah.
seeing what's going on in the market or like what people like and what type of producers like. On this album, my only person that I really got that's like my day one is him as a producer.
Yeah, I was just finna say that. Same.
Cause he'll tell me like, hey bro, you need to work with different producers, get in a different bag. You sounding the same. They sending you the same beats to make you sound the same.
Can you and JRich elaborate on this album specifically? You did not just only work with one producer.
Oh yeah, on this album I worked with a whole lot of producers that I didn't know. Or like, say for instance, like JRich might hit me like, hey look bro, he be making some hard beats. I don't care if he ain't got no following, cause them the hardest ones. That's why I made you stand up. Back there, the produce, like,
Fred.
it be the hardest. Producers be the ones that's on the grind because they hungry, so they not copy and pasting or like remaking people's stuff and trying to make it sound like this. It come with a different sound, and so yeah.
I want to go ahead and piggyback that and add, like, first of all, he put a lot of time in to set it off, like, period. Like like, we had a whole different track list, a whole different album. He scratched that. We started the recording process all over like a year in. And like for Princess Cut, he brought in live violinists and live people to come in and actually do violin over that. Another producer that did a lot of dope stuff was OG Volta that you had come in, and even just arranging the stems. Like, he had a lot of live people come and do live instruments and then arranged it over. Like, I know y'all hear that in Don't You Lie, or like that ending and at the end of Healthy is something that was added. Dissolve, like even the ending on Say My Grace, that dun, 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 like that's just extra production that after the song has been finished for months, he's like, we're gonna go back in, I'm gonna get some live instruments in, I'm gonna get extra co-pro in, and that's what I liked about this album for sure.
So we have a really good question from Joseph Brown at Morehouse. What was the moment during the album process when you really felt like it was complete and it was ready to go? I know Set It Off took a long time, but at what point did you feel like it was done?
I'm gonna be real with you. Never. You don't never feel like that shit be done, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, he argued with me. Y'all kind of had me pull up at like the end. And when I heard it through the first, I'm like, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? He still was like, I ain't. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, you're not gonna spend all your time on this. Like, we gotta put this one out and let this one sell so we can start on the next one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he'll keep going. You know how he is.
How many songs do you think you chose from to get to Set It Off?
Realistic, no exaggeration. Probably like 200. No exaggeration.
Exactly.
No exaggeration. 200 features and shit that ain't make it and all type of stuff.
Big
But it be like timing. Everything be timing. And like, I don't know, man. It ain't never, to answer your question, bro, it ain't never no time to turn them up. That's why you gotta have people you trust, bro, because they gonna tell you, like, hey, bro, it's done. Because if ain't nobody told me that, that shit would be out right now.
Yeah, damn sure when.
That's why you be wondering, like, your favorite artist might take 2-3 years. It be that. It be like, it ain't ready yet. You get there to the point, then you be like, man, hell no, these songs old now, bro. It been 8 months. Y'all talking about this the song now. And then it just keep going. But see, my team, they gon', hell no, we gotta put this out, it's over with.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you made a decision because we needed the album to come out. It's out and it's amazing. We're done. Okay, so JRich is wearing the merch from the album. And not only is JRich wearing it, I see this everywhere. I'm in the airport, I'm
Hi,
it doesn't
JRich.
matter. He's a model, y'all. How did this collaboration with Denim Tears come about?
Denim Tears, first and foremost, shout out my boy Tremaine. Tremaine is the creative director and the owner of Denim Tears. I knew him from like DJing different spots, like in Soho. He was always in the fashion scene. He started his brand. From day one, I supported him. He a brother, so I stay connected with the street brands because that's who got all the sauce for real. The bigger brands always kind of take it from the street brands. And the street brands come from the streets, which is y'all. So however you wear something, y'all always know that y'all setting the trend. I mean, a lot of clothes and brands, they take it from people with the least followers. You ain't big popular. They just like how you dress and they take it. But anyways, I just hit him up like, yo, bro, I'm finna drop the album, Denim Tears. I need to collab. Let's do something fire. And then he was like, let's do it. And then we got on creative calls. I came up actually with the Flame and Reef. He had never did it on his own clothing line. And like we sold out in like 2 days. It was big.
So the album is done. What do you want it to be remembered as?
What I want to be remembered as? Is that guy. I mean, I ain't done. I like that. Who said that? I ain't done. I like that answer. I like that answer. I ain't done. That's the answer. That's your answer
like
right
that.
there. I ain't done. Just trying to short my stop. I mean, we just not started. We just getting started.
Nah, for sure.
Yes, and congratulations on your new release as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he just dropped that new one with Pluto, #1 already. You
Yeah.
did. Don't play with us. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Mixtape Pluto, my boy produced that whole thing. Him.
whole
You know what I
thing.
mean?
Whole
Yeah,
thing.
go check that out. Just came out last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you actually haven't listened to Set It Off from beginning to end, that's your homework for today. And thank you for coming. Thank
Hey,
you,
thank y'all,
Offset.
man.
Thank
you,
y'all.
Southside.
I want to really thank y'all though for real, cause you know I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna keep it real now. I thought the Grammys was a whole bunch of old folks not knowing what's the wave. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm thinking they just don't know what's going on. And then I'm starting to learn there's way more things with the Grammys. It's different programs to help people financially. It's different programs to. It's a lot of things that you guys do behind the scenes as artists we don't know. And I appreciate y'all like going hard for us, man. Y'all young, y'all could be doing anything. And this means a lot for me to pull up in my city and y'all come rock with me.